Welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video we will talk about what's difference between the European and American measurements. Before we start, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos about the difference between European and the United States. Do you ever wonder why the United States is one of only 3 nations in the world to not use the metric system? Have you ever observed that when you leave the United States, the standard system of measurement frequently changes? Distance is frequently measured in kilometers rather than miles, volume is frequently measured in liters rather than ounces, and clothing sizes are frequently defined in centimeters rather than inches. Even though English is widely spoken over the world, it sometimes seems like there is a linguistic barrier between Americans and Europeans. However, the United States is one of just 3 nations outside of Europe that do not employ the metric system. It may seem unusual that America has not embraced the most widely used measurement system in the world. So, why doesn't the United States use the metric system? What is the metric system? The metric system is something that most Americans have probably never given much thought to. It's crucial that we comprehend what the metric system is and how it differs from the units. 3 primary units, meters, liters, and grams, make up the metric system, sometimes referred to as the International System of Units. Each subsequent unit of length, mass, or volume in the metric system is 10 times larger than the one before. The names of these units consist of a prefix, which specifies the unit size, and a base, which denotes whether the unit is measuring length, mass or volume. Are you still confused? Let's analyze it. Since the base unit for measuring length in the metric system is the meter, each preceding or following unit will have the base name meter as well as a prefix that indicates its size. A meter is equal to 3 feet, 3 inches in length for context's sake. Decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters are all 10 times smaller than meters, 100 times smaller than centimeters, and 1,000 times smaller than meters. In contrast, a kilometer is 1,000 times bigger than a meter, a hectometer is 100 times bigger, and a decameter is 10 times bigger. Although we could easily measure the length of a football field in meters, measuring the length of a computer in meters would not make as much sense. We would use a lesser metric unit, such as centimeters or millimeters, to indicate the length of a computer since it is less than 1 meter. The same guidelines apply when determining a substance's mass or volume in grams or liters. What are the United States customary units? Now that we've established how the metric system functions, it's critical to comprehend how it differs from the United States customary units. The United States system employs a whole different set of units than the metric system, even though it also measures. Additionally, U.S. customary units do not adhere to a base system of measurement like the metric system does. Instead, we utilize fluid ounces, cups, pints, quarts, and gallons when determining the volume of a liquid using United States customary units, with gallons serving as the smallest and largest measurement units. 4 quarts are equivalent to 8 pints, which are equivalent to 16 cups, which are equivalent to 182 fluid ounces. Volume, mass, and distance are all measured differently under this system because there is no base norm for United States customary units. In the United States, ounces, pounds, and tons are used to measure an object's mass. In this category of measurement, an ounce, a pound, and a ton are the smallest, second smallest, and largest units of mass. More specifically, a pound weighs 16 ounces, a ton weighs 2,000 pounds, and a ton weighs 32,000 ounces. Length, which is expressed in inches, feet, yards, and miles, is the final unit of measurement included in the United States customary units. In this system, inches and miles are the smallest and biggest units of length. Most Americans are aware that there are 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in a yard, and 1,760 yards in a mile, since this is perhaps the measurement that is utilized in daily life the most. In conclusion, despite the fact that both systems of measuring serve the same objective, United States customary units and the metric system are very dissimilar. Why doesn't the United States use the metric system? Except for the United States, Myanmar, and Liberia, the whole globe has embraced the metric system as of right now. Having 2 systems that are in competition with one another is not ideal. It takes a lot of time and effort to convert between the metric system and United States units for the international communication and collaboration. Why does America not employ the metric system? The response, surprisingly, originates from the 1700s. In order to streamline business, reduce fraud, and eliminate the general uncertainty that existed in France due to the lack of a standardized method of measurement, the country devised the metric system in 1790. Setting a common reference point for measuring meters was the first step in developing this system. The French scientists chose to derive the measurements from the Earth's circumference, which was a well-known dimension at the time, in order to be as precise as possible and allow others to replicate their procedure. In order to do this, the scientists split a section of the Earth that passed between the northern and southern regions of France. Known as the metric system, was a very inventive and alluring measurement system for the global world. The metric system was founded on a section of French territory, hence the United States chose not to adopt it. The United States Congress advocated that the nation move toward this global system in the 19th century as the rest of the globe started to adopt it. However, American manufacturers had already equipped their plants with machinery based on standard American units. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, these industrialists used their power to prevent Congress from adopting the metric system in order to avoid a costly upgrade. Today, despite the fact that many scientists and organizations have embraced the simplicity of the widely accepted metric system. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe.